Hello, welcome back to this tutorial. Welcome to this game programming video series. This is what we are going to do. Let us continue to our game programming videos series. This is what we have done in the previous video. So let me just try my to run the project. Okay, so it's time to create another utility class. What we have done in the previous will be we created the camera debugger. So this class is used to debug our game board. So basically we can see everything, so every object that we have added to our game world. So the next things that we another utility that we are going to create will be the viewport. So viewport utility, so name it viewport utility class, and this class will help us to draw grid lines into our basically window. So this will have a private constructor, so we don't need to initialize this one. We will just declare a static build, static method, so we can just access it directly. So private, public, okay, static, so void draw grid. So this is not a return type, so we will not return anything, so that's why void. So let's declare viewport. So as first parameter, the second will be the shape renderer. So let's declare shape renderer, so to renderer, okay. And we need to create another nested method. So it was the viewport and renderer. And we need to declare default cell size above. So int, default cell size, so will be 1. Cell size will be 1, and we need to create another method here. So as private static, so this will be static, so void through it. So and this one will also take viewport as parameter, and shape renderers, renderer, and shape renderer. So okay, shape renderer, and the third will be the end cell size, and we need to pass. So we are just tuning method here, so we need to call that method. So and in here we will initialize our renderer. So renderer set projection matrix, and we can get camera from our viewport, so we can pass viewport that get camera. So let me just make sure that you really import the viewport from command logic. Okay, so we have wrong spelling here. So viewport from, make sure that it's from the command logic, so otherwise you will get an error. So make sure that is from command logic that you imported, so the viewport. So with viewport we can get the camera, so that get camera, that combine, renderer that begin. So every drawing needs to start or between with this renderer begin and end. So it will start here. So let us just try to define a shape type, so line. So once we've already done that, we can declare another attribute, so color equals renderer dot get color, so that's cpy, so copy renderer dot set color to color dot white, so let's try to see white. And then we need to create, and in this we need to draw first the line, so our x and y, so this one we need to do this one, and x and y coordinates. So draw xy coordinate, and what we are going to do will be renderer dots, okay, we need to change the color first, so I will change it to green, so green, okay, green, and let's declare a variable here, so put world width, viewport that get world width, dot world height, viewport that get world height, so int double world width equal to cast to in, and then we need to pass world width times 2, so we are just multiplying the world width, int double world height cast to int, and we need to pass the world height times 2. We are just doubling the width and height of our game world. Once we already done that, what we are going to do, we need to draw first the line, so line, it is our x and y coordinates, so okay, so render that line in the negative x, we will okay, so we will pass negative double world width, so we start from the negative 0 in the y, and we will then move to the positive direction in the x-axis and 0 in the y. So if I will try to run this one, you should let us just initialize this one in the game screen, so right here or after the renderer, so we can just initialize that viewport, viewport that utility, so that draw grid with renderer, but shape renderer is not, and viewport, we need to pass the viewport. Okay, so now if I am going to run this one, we should see a line, so in the center, this one, so if you can see, I will just not center my camera, or okay, but I will not center the camera, I will just remove and disable the camera here, so we can see it clearly that we have so if you can see, we have a line that is in the center, so it's basically the same line, so this one, so that is what we are going to, that is what we have drawn. So let me just change the color to red, so and another line will be okay, so another line will be but let us just copy and paste this one and change the color to green, and again we need to remove this one, pass 0, change to negative double word height, and this one will be 0 in the X, so you just remove the 0 and positive double word height. Okay, so stop and running. So let me just try to run it again so we can see. So we have basically the X and Y coordinate in the center, so the same as this one. That is, and we see that our circle is not being drawn, so whole, so we can because we are not centering our camera, so that's the reason. So the next line that we are going to create will be basically we are now begin to drawing our grid line. So what we are going to do will be we need to declare another but we just comment this on, so draw grid lines, and so the first thing we need to do, we need to create a for loop, so we need to declare a for loop. So this will be for int x will be equals negative double word width, so we will just we are just declaring a for loop. So and then the next parameter will be to check if x is less than the positive double value of the double word width. So and then we are just going to increment or add the default cell size for the 1 value. So again we need to declare another for loop to the y, so int y will be equal to 0. We will start now from the double word height, so check, then we need to check if if y is less than to positive double word height, then we are going to increment by 1 our y. So now so the next we need to set first the color of our renderer, so I will just set color to color that white. So and once we already done that, we need to start drawing our line. So we will draw first in the I think in the x coordinates, so let us just draw it. So render that line, so and we are going to create it in the negative double word width, so double word width, and we need to pass y, then positive double word width, and we need to pass y. So now if I'm going to run this, we should see a line. So we have a horizontal line that we can see, and the next line that we are going to create will be dy. Okay, so we are just drawing a line. So let me just draw the vertical line. So let us just and this one will be the okay, so double word height, so but we need to pass x, and then we need to pass the negative double word height, which means we will start drawing from the bottom, and then we need to pass the x, and then the positive double word height will be the from what we are doing here is from the x. So basically this one. So from the x direction or the coordinates, so we are starting drawing from the bottom to positive. We are looping, so basically we are just drawing lines. So to draw, you should I can't really explain how this one will be explained, just to let you understand, but this is what we have done. So this one is the negative x, so and then we pass the x, so which means is the negative. So but that negative x will be incremented by 1, so in the loop, so depending on the value of this double world width. So if we just the double world width is our game config, so and that is 20 value, and since it is 20, so the value is 20, we are checking here. If x is less than 20, then we are adding 1 to our x until he will get this value. Okay, so then, and as well as in the y, we are checking if y is less than double world height. Double world height is 15, and we set it to 15. You can see it here, and we are checking it. If it is less than, then we will increment the y position by this value, so it means 1. So that's what we are going, what we have done in this line of code. So okay, so if I am going to run, so you should see a grid already. Okay, so you can see we have a grid here, but let me just move up this one so we can see let us just move up this one so we can see the line coordinate that we are trying to draw. So you can see, so we can see this one, and okay, so why the red line is not showing? The line color green, I think I set color red, so this one. Okay, and we need to paste it here. Okay, so we can see, okay, we have now a red line, but again the red is not being shown. Okay, so okay, I really I need to move this one down, so, and we need to reformat the code so we can have the nice structure. So we should see now, so our x and y coordinates, so basically this is what it should look like, but this one doesn't have a grid line, and we are drawing a grid line. Okay, so that's for today, guys, and I hope you learned something for what I am doing in this tutorial. So if you like my video, please like, and if you want to follow in this tutorial, please be sure to subscribe, and if you have some question, write it in comment, and we will see you in the next video.